Hey guys, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name is DeLady and today we are back with some more Planet Zoo and our new project we are working on with the Barnyard Animal Pack, our cozy farmstead built on a mountain on this beautiful sculpted tempered biome map in Sandbox mode of the game. If you enjoyed this series, then please do make sure to leave a like and leave something nice in the comments down below. And of course, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. So in today's episode, we are going to not really focus on building a habitat, but we are going to focus on a little market area where products from the farm are being sold to the guests that will visit our cozy farmstead. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not going to add an animal area, because in this particular area, we are going to have some roaming peafowls. So yeah, we are going to add a few enrichment items here and there for these animals, but they will be roaming freely around in this area. So what I first wanted to do was move the pieces that we have to create somewhat of an entrance. So we have a spawning point and we have like this ticket selling point where the guests like officially enter the zoo. And I was a little bit struggling here because I didn't really know exactly how to do this, especially with the roaming peafowl. So I will get back to this area quite a lot more later on, because I had no idea if I could make this work together with like the animal encounters, if I wanted to create an animal encounter habitat and also have the guests interact with the peafowls. Things are getting a little bit tricky here, as far as I can tell, at least when trying to build this habitat. So at first I tried to just lay out like this test area for the habitat, and then I was like, oh yeah, shoot, I think I need guest gates first to be able to have like these animal encounters. So I added one gate where where you see me putting down like the second toilet building. So it kind of did work. Like the guests right away just walk through that door. I just love how that door works, but that's just a little side note. But as soon as I added at least one gate to like the habitat fence, the habitat worked fine. Like all the guests that were already inside of the boundaries with the peafowls, it worked completely fine. But then I noticed that other paths that go to, for example, like the goat encounter, it's kind of stopped working. Like guests were not able to leave that habitat anymore, because probably that I just added one gate only to that peafowl area. So peafowl area to that peafowl area. So I guess you can make it work if you would have different exits for this animal encounter habitat, or that I would connect the peafowl habitat to maybe some other habitats, but I didn't want to go that far. I didn't really feel like I wanted to add different gates everywhere, because in the end of the day, I'm just a little bit annoyed by the gates. Like, they look fine for the goat encounter. For the chicken encounter, I'm already a little bit less happy with it. But they're just so huge and so big, and yeah, so that kind of frustrates me a little bit. And that was the reason why I decided to just have a fencing with the null barriers. And we are in sandbox mode, so we can just make sure to turn off escaping, so the animals would just stay inside of their boundaries. And this way, the guests would just enter the zoo without any issues, and they will still be able to enter other habitats as well. So yeah, there won't be any animal encounters with the peafowls, but we will have some roaming around peafowls in this area. Anyway, so enough talking about that. We are trying to build a little market area. Now, the first plan that I actually had was that I wanted to create like an indoor and an outdoor habitat, an indoor and an outdoor area for this like gift shop on the inside, and then on the outside have like these little market stands that are going to sell like fruit and vegetables and maybe smoothies or flowers even. So but yeah, I actually kind of noticed that everything was taking quite a long time to build this. So in the end, I didn't do anything yet on the inside. We are only going to focus on the outside of the building in this episode. And then maybe in the next episode, we're going to finish the inside, or in a few episodes. I don't know. I'm just going to do whatever I feel like doing in this case. So whenever I feel like I want to build on the inside, then I will be getting back to that. And maybe I just won't. I don't know. We shall wait and see. So we are using like the shop counters, I should say, and I'm trying to pretty much make them feel like real counters. Like this one is the Bernie's Bakes, I think it's called, but obviously I don't really find the cupcakes super fitting, so I'm trying to just hide away the vibe of that little counter a little bit to make it feel more like this is an actual little vegetable shop in this case. So we're going to use some leek and some turnip, I think it's called, and there are some grapes underneath there as well. I do have to admit, I used a lot of inspiration of the little blueprints that Frontier added in the Barnyard Animal Pack to get a little bit of an idea of, okay, how am I going to create a little market stand here? And I think the person that created that blueprint just did such a fantastic job, because it's really inspiring how they use like the little crates and then some planks on top of it, and the same for the barrels and stuff. And it's actually quite fun as well to use a combination for this type of area with the vegetables and stuff that we also got with the conservation pack, with like all the plants and pots and like the tomato trees and stuff. And obviously like we did get a lot of vegetables in the conservation pack, but we also did have in the base game, I think you have like oranges and bananas and apples and stuff. So yeah, it's actually a lot of fun that we have quite a nice variety in here with fruit and vegetables and stuff. But I also did see Frontier doing like something with a little plate and then have some eggs on top of it. And obviously, since we have chickens in our cozy farmstead, it's just a perfect idea to also just sell some fresh eggs for our guests in this case. So yeah, I really did have quite a lot of fun just trying to create this cozy and a little bit messy market vibe right over here, using a lot of inspiration of what Frontier did and just trying to see what else we have to decorate the area and to just make this a cute little area with lots of color and lots of flowers, because that wasn't pretty much my original plan to add like a lot of flowers. But in the end I was like, you know what, why not? We have tons of, well, not tons, but we have a nice variety of small little flowers, and using those tires, also props to Frontier, tires as planters as well, and just put them around the whole area. It all works super well. So yeah, I'm definitely having a lot of fun creating this whole area here to create this vibe. And also what I did do on the left side of the building, like I tried to create like this little shade area or little awning area with lots of planks and stuff to create a little as I said, like a little shady area. But it also works super well with like the grape plants. That is something I think I also did mention in the first or second episode of this series, that I was thinking to use somehow the grape plants or grapevines around this area to make it feel more overgrown, and this area just works perfect for that. So I will be extending the grapevines a little bit more later on with the shop that I'm placing down right now. I actually don't even know, I think it's the gobi slush or something like that. But this little counter is going to be transformed to some kind of more of a fruit market stand. So we're going to be using a lot of the oranges and the apples like I just said, and we also have a pineapple and some bananas and stuff. So yeah, this little counter thingy. I will try to see if I'm able to upload some separate pieces. So if you want to use your own market, or you want to create your own market stand, then definitely feel free to use all these little counters and stuff and to adjust them for yourself. Like obviously it doesn't work perfectly fine because these apples, for example, you have some floating apples, but we just make it work to give the idea that we really have a little market stand here where the guests can buy fresh fruit that I guess is coming from a cozy farmstead, even though we don't really have fields for it. So it might be a little bit funny, but we should just not think about that too much. I think we can get away with that, and the idea is just so much fun. And then in the back side of this fresh fruit little market stand, we will have, like, I don't actually know how to say it, like you have like this little thing in the conservation pack which has like 4 of these beams and squares, and then I created like this wall that the vines could use to grow and attach to, if that makes any sense. I think there is a word for that little piece as well, but obviously I forgot. But I'm using that as like a little backdrop behind the fruit stand, so we can have more of these grapevines just growing wildly there. They're like grapes hanging down pretty much above her head, so if she wants to, she can just get some grapes from the plant and just use it to create smoothies, for example, or just to sell them as well. I don't know, I just really love that idea. And around this whole area we have quite a lot of these tomato plants growing everywhere, so we always have fresh tomatoes, which we can also maybe use for some smoothies. I don't know if that is a thing, like having fruit and tomatoes in a smoothie. Oh well, sometimes people just probably want to have a vegetable smoothie, I guess, with some spinach and tomato. I don't know, I'm just rambling here, but you get the idea. There is freedom here all over the place for these people that work on these market stands to provide our guests with some tasty smoothies, some fresh fruit, some fresh vegetables and whatsoever. So I'm just a huge fan. I had so much fun creating this whole area here, and to decorate it and to make it all feel cozy and well. The only thing that I was doubting about was still the fact that, like, later on we're going to create like this little market stand for flowers, and I had the idea at some point, like, okay, I'm going to create like a flower field, as in like a farm field right behind it, so that is where they are getting the flowers from. And at that point I was looking for the flowers in the game, but I just didn't really feel like there was a flower or two that would really fit a field like this. I don't know, for some reason the style and the look of these flowers just didn't feel like I would really get away with having a field with tons of flowers right over there. So I think it would have been, yeah, I don't know, I just didn't find any flower fitting, I guess. So yeah, I changed my mind and just created this more open area with like the same type of grass and flowers and stuff that you see all around this little cozy farmstead. And I think it looks nice. I think it looks nice because your eyes are really attracted to this little market area when you're walking down the path at the sheep habitat, for example. So you're really like, oh, what is going on there? And then I did like 2 of the canopies of the cozy from the Barnyard animal pack, like with the red and white blocks. which looks super cute already. So they do really match the area that we are working on right now, just to also provide some shade here for our staff, because they have to stand here in the sun the whole day long to sell all these fresh products to the guests in our zoo, I wanted to say, but in our cozy farmstead that are visiting our cute little animals in here. So yeah, having these two little canopies in here, I don't know, just finishes off the whole area. But also like these planters that we're going to hang on the roofing or the awning, if you can call it that way, with just some more hanging flowers and plants and stuff. Yeah, it all really came along nicely, and I was actually surprised with how many planters and pots we do have in the game now. We have such a great variety of them, so that is really cool. I will try to, like I just said, with like blueprinting the counters so you guys can use them as well. I'll also try to just add some separate pots and stuff, because I did notice like how annoying it is to pretty much put all these flower pots together. So yeah, just having them as a blueprint already, so you can just put them down everywhere where you want to, just works super well. But also the buckets are super fun to use for decorating this whole area. So yeah, I'm super excited about this area actually. I also did use one of the ideas we got, I think it was in the first episode, where someone did say like, oh, you definitely should hang like this tire on a tree so the guests can swing. And I actually I'm still not sure like if I want to add a little playground for the kids somewhere here. I don't really feel like at this point that we have some space for it, but maybe we will once we're going to add like the little restaurant area on the side of here. So I'm not entirely sure yet if I will, but the tire just works super well on a tree that we're going to place down right over here at this little market stand. So we did already hang down the tire so kids can use it as a swing if they want to. If it's like 100% safe, we could debate that. But anyways, I was just super happy with the vibe that we have going on, and the tire just works super nice. So thank you so much for that idea, for a little swing for the kids to play on. So while we continue working on filling the area up here with some flowers, you do see me trying to pick some flowers here that I could potentially use for a flower field, but I quickly just realized like, I don't really think that we have flowers that fit perfectly. Did want to play around a little bit with like these little rock formations to create a little edge. I don't want to do that everywhere, but like for the edge, the closer we got to certain areas, the less or the few I started to put down. So I really want to give a nice variety here, so we're not going to all these little rocks everywhere. I want to try to avoid that at least. Still a little bit debating what kind of trees we want to use. I'm still the most happy with the ash tree here, but I'm not really sure. Like I do feel like I'm missing a tree or whatsoever that would fit even more perfectly, I guess. Anyways, while we are filling in the gaps, are we going to add like some dolls and stuff? Like we're not going to decorate the inside of course, but I do want to create like this outdoor area and fill it all up as much as possible, so we have one entrance going from the real entrance point to the outside, but the guests will later on also be able to walk via the inside towards the gift shop that we're going to create. Talking about the gift shop, or souvenir shop I should say, I'm still not entirely sure, like, are they still broken or are they not? I still have the feeling, but there was an update, I think, over the past week. Are they working now or are they not? Like, it's been half a year now since we have the souvenir shops, and I still have not placed them down because there has been so many issues with them. If you guys could confirm to me if they are now finally working or not, if I better just avoid using them because they're still broken, definitely do let me know in the comments down below, because else I will just go for the look of a souvenir shop but will not have a functioning souvenir shop. I guess that's the only solution we have here. But I do want to talk a little bit about the comments that we got. Someone did say, like, I know if you've been burned out on Planet Zoo, maybe not as excited lately about it, but I'm so happy to see you creating what you want to create and playing how you want to play it, being in sandbox mode, and just have complete creative freedom, and that you are really loving the episodes. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me that you do appreciate it, even though I'm not creating a standard zoo right now, that we're going a little bit off track, creating a little cozy farmstead in this case, even though I did realize like a lot of people were creating a cozy barn or some kind of barnstead. So yeah, I hope at least that I'm still trying to stay a little bit original. I always try to stay away from watching anyone else's YouTube videos, just to be sure that I'm not doing anything, like, even without realizing it, that you're doing the same thing. So yeah, I really try to always avoid watching other people's YouTube videos, because then that gives me the feeling that whatever I do, it will be really original and hopefully not something that someone else does. But yeah, if you have like it's the Barnyard Animal Pack that everyone is creating a barn or something like that, yeah, it was kind of avoidable, or not avoidable, I guess it is. So I'm so happy you like it. I really have no idea. Like, I'm super curious, like, once this area will be finished, what we're going to do after that. I really have no idea. I'm just gonna go with the flow at this point, having fun with the cozy barnstead, even though I sometimes am like, oh, I'm just not feeling super creative. I'm just doing my best, and I'm happy to hear that you guys are enjoying it. Someone also did say, I wish we could limit the amount of guests that could I can't talk anymore. Someone also did say, I wish we could limit how many guests go into the walkthrough exhibit, because my farm animals are completely overrun by guests. It's so annoying. Yeah, you are experiencing the same thing that I did, and it did help for me to let the game run for some time. So when a habitat is just new, all the guests would walk towards there. But later on, if you just keep the game running for a little bit and the animals are not as new anymore, things would calm down a little bit. But it will also help to just have a maximum amount of guests in your zoo, which you can just set up in your settings. So that's a little tip I would love to give you here. So I think then it should be all right, somewhat at least. Someone also did say, I want to suggest some bigger farm animal, if the space allows it, maybe a cow or something. Like, obviously we're going to add the cattle, the Highland cattle from the Barnyard Animal Pack in here. I know we did a community wall poll, and I was just curious to see, like, what animal would you guys still be the most excited for, even though there has been quite a lot of videos already with the Barnyard Animal Pack, and you guys did pick the Highland cattle, but I wasn't just ready yet to create a habitat for these guys. So I really just wanted to focus on this area and just expand from here. But I just really was curious to see what you guys like. So yeah, don't worry, we will have at least a Highland cattle in here, even though they're still quite tiny comparing to maybe some other animals like the African buffalo or wild water buffalo. But I don't really feel like adding those type of animals in here. So the Highland cattle, it will be, but it will be a little bit later on into this small mini series that we are creating. Also, someone did ask, it would be great to see you do a series on console. I think I already did mention it, but wasn't quite sure. But I'm not going to plan any series on console. I did receive a key for console. We do have a console, but I am not feeling anything for playing this game where I have all the packs, all the freedom with my mouse and keyboard, and just know how it works, because I am not used to playing on console. So for me, that's just, yeah, no, it's just not interesting at all to limit myself to play on a controller. Or, well, I know you can also play with a mouse and keyboard, but no, for some reason it just doesn't attract me at all. I definitely would love to check out some finished zoos once you guys have them for a showcase on the channel, so we can see what people are able to do when playing the game on console. So that is definitely something I would love to do in the future as well. But as of right now, and I don't know if that is because it's super hard, but we have not received any zoo just yet. I think that has been made on console, but that's fine. I mean, the game is out for only like 2 months now, so don't worry, just take your time. I can imagine it might be a little bit hard with the controllers and stuff to create something, so you have to practice a little bit. Like, we have been playing this game for 4 years now already on PC, so obviously we know what we're doing here, but I can imagine that it's a little bit harder playing on console. But if you are a console player, definitely do let me know at this point. Like, after 2 months, you are going to enjoy the aquatic pack very soon as well. How are you guys experiencing the game on console right now? I'm super curious to hear your thoughts and experience. Like, is the game more optimized already, less laggy, less problems? I'm just super curious because I have no idea. The only information I got is from you guys, so definitely share it with me in the comments down below. Also, someone did say, actually replying to my latest video with the Sussex chicken, that Frontier did add brown chicks and a rooster collar morph recently, and that they're super gorgeous, and especially the rooster, which has like this reddish hue, giving them a classic red rooster look. And I was reading this comment and I was like, wait, what did I miss here? Did they really add that? I really had no idea. So hopefully we are able to see this beautiful color morph later on into the game as well. That would be amazing. But I just really also wanted to share that with you guys, that you know that there seem to be a brown chicken and brown chicks and a brown rooster in the game now, which is just super awesome. Absolutely love it. And also talking about some things that are added later on, in case you've missed it, but Frontier did a free update. I think it also was last week or the week before that, and they actually added like the fences for that beautiful brown gate, like the prop gate, and they added like a separate fence that fits in there, because I don't know if you guys have seen my overview video, but I was like, why did they forget about that? Like, I just didn't understand why they added like a white gate with white fences. They added the blue gate with fitting gates and fences, but why didn't they do that for those beautiful rustic brown gates? And now they actually did add that. So yeah, we hopefully are able to use those type of fences as well in the near future. That would be just super amazing, honestly. And the last thing I wanted to say, I got two options, two name suggestions for that little cute goat with the white and brown markings. Someone did say Frosty. I really did love that name, but I also got a question of, or someone suggesting the name called Oreo. And I think Oreo is just the perfect fit for that goat. So without further talking, we should just jump into the game and I will show you guys around. And we're going to name that little goat Oreo because, oh, I just love that name so much. So even though this is not completely finished yet, I just wanted to start here at the spawn point to give you guys already a little bit of an idea of how it looks. So the guests can go into the gift shop right over here and go into our barnyard cozy farmstead from here. Oh, we can already see one of the Peafowls just walking around here, which is really cool. I love it that this one is just sitting down minding its own business right here in the middle of the path, which is really cool. They do have a few enrichment items right over here, as you can tell. So they do have some space for food and stuff. I actually had trouble with the gate, and I wonder where... oh yeah, I think the gate for the Peafowls is right over here inside of the wall. Something like that. So, okay, we have a beautiful view here onto the mountains. We have the goats right over here. We have the llamas. No, it's not the llamas, lady. It's the alpaca. And we have sheep right over here. And then if we walk all the way around here, you can already see, I don't know, I just love how messy and cluttered this all is. So we can go and walk around it. One of these guys do it. Oh, we have a peafowl. Yeah, I added a little bit of hay here. Just so they have one nest area, like not on the path or whatsoever. This is a perfect spot right over here, right next to a tree. So we have a nice here. And then here you go. You can see the tire hanging down from this tree already. I just love that idea. The sausage tree is a thing. I don't know. I'm still not entirely sure if I want to keep it, but it works super well for this tire as a swing. Like, the guests cannot really walk here, but with the invisible path, or at least the null path without any boundaries or barriers, it feels like it, right? So you can see the Peafowl from here as well with a beautiful view. And then we have lots of clutter. We have a flower shop. Looks super cute if you ask me. Yeah, definitely super happy with the messy vibe that we have. So here you can buy some fruit. You can buy smoothies, if you will. And as I said, she can just pick down some grapes here if they are good already. And then you can, yeah, I don't know, it's just cute, isn't it? I love the tomato plants here as well. It's so adorable. And we even have milk, of course. I mean, if she's gonna make some smoothies, definitely wants to have some milk. Like, obviously, they're also selling milk glasses, for example, just only milk. And then here we should be able to look into the gift shop that we're going to create. We have another planter right over here. Guests are able to walk through here. Not exactly, but there are some barriers underneath the walls here to make sure that they're kinda almost walking through the door. Are they? Oh, wow. Okay, never mind. It's just not working exactly how I want to. But even here in the chicken coop, it didn't work exactly. I'm not really sure why guests are just not walking here. This is all connected, but for some reason guests just don't want to have... I actually don't even know what she is selling. Can I click here? Oh, the Bernie bakes. Yeah, guests no, I don't know. I have not seen any guests here, but we have some fresh eggs here on the plate. I should definitely just make sure that we have a barrier underneath here, because I don't know what these guests are doing. Maybe just something like that, so the guests are not going to walk through this sign here. It annoys me a little bit, and I think we maybe should do the same right over here, just to make sure that the guests are not going to walk here. Are they going to walk through the door now? Almost, but it's not perfect. I'm not really sure. Like, the more you add here, the more issues it's probably going to cause. But we could at least try to see if it will become better. But the narrower you make it, the harder it will become. Like, you will get bottlenecks and stuff. So yeah, we just really need to be careful. But isn't this a cute area like this with all the vines, with the grapes and stuff? This is what I had in my mind, like the overgrown feeling. This is definitely coming along quite nicely. We might want to have some more overgrown grapes and stuff right over here, maybe a little bit right over here, but it will come if I do feel like I should be adding a little bit more. I first want to add or continue with the indoor area just to see how this will all look. We need to have a proper entrance here for some backstage buildings that we have right over here. These will be the only staff facility buildings, of course. So oh yeah, I'm not entirely sure about these buckets, but we do need them. But I don't want to add, I'm like, there's one right over here. I don't want to add too many of them. I don't know. They are just a bit too big or something. Oh, yeah. We have an educator roaming around. Oh, yeah. Let's name little Oreo if we can find him. Or her. I actually don't know. What is it? Where are you, little one? There you are. Oh, Nathan. You're a little boy. Well, now... you are going to be named Oreo because the white and the brown, it's just so cute. It just fits so well on you. And it's cute that you're the only goat that has this white and brown marking. So far, at least. We have the black goat right over here. But we don't have any others. Okay, let's just, now that the game has run for just a little bit, let's just see real quick if the guests are now interacting. Oh, they are walking here. This is what I wanted to show you guys the last time, because I added like this hygiene station on the inside. So it works now. You see how well this looks? It's perfect, actually. So happy to see them using that. Oh, that's just fantastic. So there is a black chicken right over here, but obviously we didn't get any other chickens. Now I'm just curious if I would go for chicken. Look at that, brown feathers with brown spots. Okay, send to zoo. I want to see that one. I mean, for real. They're unfortunate. Okay, if I just buy a few chickens, we're just gonna test this one time. If I am lucky, no. Okay, I'm not lucky enough. Light. Okay, no. I thought maybe just give it one go and see if we get a different color. I'm just going to sell these guys. Quick trade. Confirm. Oh, these guys could also be quick traded. Yeah. I thought for a second, like, maybe just get another Peafowl in. But I was like, yeah, no. For roaming around, let's just have two. Unless, like, right now, their boundaries is only this area right over here. So since we turned off escaping, they're not able to walk anywhere else. But it depends a little bit how I want to do the rest of here. Like, we could decide to have a new habitat here with another peafowl just roaming around in that specific area. That could also be an option. We still have the idea of the raccoon and the red frogs like roaming around somewhere in the wild. So I'm not entirely sure just yet what I want to do. Is that you? That the one? Okay, wait a second. I'm gonna move you to sunlight. You look brown to me. Oh, hello, you. That's beautiful. Oh, you are gorgeous. You look a bit like the black speckled chicken. But with the brown, look at that thing. So with this rooster, we are able to get some brown chicks in as well. Oh, that's fantastic. This is not the same as the black. No, this is brown. This is speckled brown. And there was also a black rooster, but we didn't get that one. We didn't... Yeah, we don't have that one, but this is fantastic. So the next time we can actually see, hopefully, some brown chicks walking around. Oh, I'm so happy. Thank you so much for sharing. Now that we're here, okay, let me just quickly show Barnyard. So you remember when my overview video that was like, oh, these gates are so beautiful. I really love it, but there's nothing to use. So now they did add like this rustic wooden fence. Yeah, the 2-meter one, and then you have the posts, which look fantastic as well. Just posts, but it looks really, really good. So super happy that Frontier actually just added these afterwards. It doesn't happen very often that they actually add color variations or pieces afterwards. So definitely super excited about that. Thank you so much, Frontier, for doing that. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you guys all think of this cute little market stand that we have going on here with fresh flowers, fresh fruit, and some eggs and vegetables that we are selling here to our guests. Let me know in the comments down below how you guys feel about this area. I'm super happy with it. I think it looks super adorable. But let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like at this video if you guys enjoyed it, and subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. Yeah, I just really do hope to see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye, guys!